Hello everybody, my name is the Anime Slayer and welcome back to a brand new video. And in today's video and today's episode of Anime Analysis, we'll be taking a look at Seton Academy Join the Pack, which is a relatively recent anime coming out last year and being produced by Studio Gokumi. And to start off, I wanted to list some characters that I honestly found interesting as the character that honestly one of the driving forces of this anime more so than the story. So first, I wanted to talk about Ranka, who is a tiny wolf who has a humongous crush on the protagonist Jin. So I really enjoyed her character design of Ranka as it's really simple, but the colors of her hair honestly make her pop, and it gives her this really energetic aura, which helps offset Jin's relatively quiet persona. And it just honestly creates a good balance between the two characters, as they tend to be the two main characters of the show. So I also really enjoyed her openness to help others, despite her not knowing them. So we'll sometimes see in animes where people only want to help another person if they're gonna get something in return. But here with Ranka, we see it as selfless and almost like she wants to make friends with everyone, which in a sense gives her a good personality and makes her really likable. And honestly, it just makes her really memorable because it makes you want to it makes you like her more if she is gonna be honestly not even thinking about what she gets out of it. She just wants other people to succeed because it makes her happy, and it honestly boosts her own confidence because she is the boss of her pack and she doesn't want to see people be low, So I think that was a good trait about her, and I found it really interesting. And I think honestly it just makes her one of the better characters because she's bringing everyone up and her around her and not bringing everyone down. So I also think her voice actor does a really good job because it's that type of voice actor that's, you can tell it's made for a type of kid voice, but it's done in a way where she can talk in different notes. If it needs to be high, it'll be high. If it needs to be low, it'll be low. So another character I want to talk about was Yenna, the spotted hyena. So I found her character interesting in the sense that she was struggling with this identity kind of crisis, because it kind of shows that in not even with animals, it was not always point blank. And they chose a hyena because, well, as many people don't know, hyenas sometimes it's hard to tell a female from a male, and she was going with that same problem because her facial structure looks like that of a female, but she thought she was a man because she has male genitalia, but it turns out hers is fake, so she's actually a female. So I honestly like the fact that she initially wanted to be was okay with her face because that's what her recently deceased mother's face looked like. So I thought that was a good character trait to show that she honors her mother. And I also liked how she dresses different from everyone else, which shows she's not afraid to be different. So I thought that was really interesting also. And I also enjoy how she embraces being feminine at one point, but then she realizes, why do I need to be feminine when I can just be me? And I think it's done really naturally. It's not up in your face and all that. It's not like she's saying, "Oh, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this." I think it's better when we can do that naturally and more fluidity, And that's what I really enjoyed about the character, that it wasn't forced down my gullet, That's never good when it's like that. So I think that's another character trait I liked about her. And honestly, on a side note, I personally ship her and Hitomi way more than I do Jin and Hitomi, just because I feel they have better chemistry, And it honestly looks like she's more into Yenna than Jin, honestly. So another thing I want to talk about was the massive amount of diverse and colorful characters that this anime has. So if you don't know, this anime is heavily based on animals and ecology, which I find really interesting as a side note. But I think they utilize this very well because whenever they introduce a new character, they show how the animal can adapt or how it has advantages. So one instance in this is when they're having their field day and they show that the primates or the monkeys are able to perform well because they're relatively intelligent compared to other animals. And they do this throughout the season where they introduce new animals and they show how their traits are beneficial. And it shows the fact that they are aware that animals are different, but those differences are advantages rather than disadvantages. And I think that honestly gives each character a good amount of weight, and it allows them to hold their own in a sense. In a sense, it allows them to be each of them be likable. I only named those two characters because those are my two favorites, but I think you can honestly pick your favorite characters because they all have good traits, because each animal has their own set of traits that helps them, survive. And in this sense, they help them thrive in the sense of they help them show themselves off. So I thought that was really interesting. And I like how the anime honestly teeters from the animal documentary to a romantic comedy. I think that shows the fact that the writers know what they're doing, that they could balance it where, oh well, look, we're teaching you about animals, but then at the same time it's a romantic comedy. So I thought that was a good thing, honestly, to add on. And I feel like this anime is, you know what you're gonna get. It's not gonna be this dancing around, this. No. It's just animals helping other animals, and then Ranka trying to get with Jin. That's it. And honestly, I prefer that sometimes because after a long day, I don't want to come back. I'm just gonna come home, put some Seton Academy, and that's it. Simple. It's like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's simple, but hey, it's simple. I'll take it. And I think honestly, I like how Ranka is not. She's not the type of crush where she dances around the subject. Oh, I might like you. I hate that in anime. I really do. Like if I really do hate that when, like, for example, in Don't Told Me Miss Nagatoro, I hate how she's not upfront with him. I hate that. And I love how Ranka is so upfront about how lovely she is. So I think that's another thing I like. They're really blunt with everything, and I love that. So honestly, I recommend checking this anime out. I almost gave it an 8. I gave it a 7.8 out of 10. So honestly, I think you should check it out because it's short, it's sweet. You know what you're gonna get, and honestly, I will check it out. So that's for this anime analysis, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.